The first thing you do when you're receiving a client, right? You're going to greet the client. I already greet my client already and I have her seat. While we're doing the manicure, I'm going to speak with her, like, talk to her, get her relaxed because we don't know each other. It's the first doing the manicure. So I'm going to talk to her. Just change a little chit chat, get to bond with my client. Because while the client sit down in front of you, if you just sit there and quiet and you don't exchange any conversation, you don't bond with her, she's not going to feel the need to come back to you. Right? So you need to bond with your client. So I'm not just going to do a manicure, I'm going to try to bond with my client. Right? And now she has rolled up her long sleeve. We analyze her hand. We realize that she don't have on any jewelry. So you don't have to touch the client to realize that the client don't have on any jewelry. So I realized she don't have on any jewelry. But if she did have on jewelry, I would ask her to remove it, or I ask her if she want me to remove it. I rather the client remove their jewelry. So now I'm going to sanitize her hand. Before you sit down, you make sure you wash your hand first. Whether you're going to have a wash hand bowl at your station, or if you're going to the bathroom, you wash your hand before you sit down. Now I'm going to sanitize the client's hand. Normally use my hand to take up the cotton, so I just use this. I'm going to use 2 pieces of cotton, so I'm just going to take out 2 for now. So I just touch the cotton that I need. Okay. So I mix them with alcohol, or you can have a jar mixed with alcohol and cotton. So you just use it from there instead of every time you have to wet it.
So cool.
Right.
Question is, can you put the alcohol into a spray bottle?
Yes, you can. But if you have a cotton, pass the spray bottle. Let me show you how you would use the spray bottle. So it's alcohol in this too. I forgot. It's alcohol in there. So if I'm gonna use the alcohol to do it, I would hold it and I will put it away. I'll put it away to spray it. Because if I spray it up like that, everybody will get it and you'll hurt the eye. Do you just spray the hand like that? You can't do that because if there's a fan in the place, it wouldn't work, right? So this is why I just damp the cotton like that. So now I'm going to sanitize her hand. So we start from the left hand first. So, and this is the way you do it. You go with a downward movement. That's how the nerves travel, right? And then you put this in your bin, don't use it again, and then you use a different cotton for the next hand. Okay. And after we sanitize with the cotton, I'm just gonna look on her nails to see if she have a healthy nail or she has unhealthy nail. So healthy or unhealthy. So her nails is fine because it's slightly pink, just like her color, like her complexion. It is slightly pink, so you know that her nail is healthy. And she doesn't have any white in here to tell that she needs some calcium. It's not yellow, it's not green, so you know that she has healthy nail. So I'm just gonna go ahead with the manicure. Now I'm gonna ask Tia, when last have you had a manicure? Okay, well, I'll try and make this one enjoyable for you so you can always come back. And may I advise you that you need a manicure at least twice per month. And it depends on your if you're a housewife, if you're a student, you can do it twice per month. But if you're a person that work out and you work in like factories and so forth, you need it every week just to keep your cuticle moist and keep your nails looking clean. And if you do foods, it's good to do it every week. If you work in the kitchen, it's good for you to do the manicure every week. So now I'm going to go ahead and ask Tia if she wants her nails to be clipped. Now, not every client want their nail to cut because they might be growing their nails, right? And they don't want it to cut, but they have to get it shaped because when you shape it, you notice how this one look lean right here. So you want to shape it to make sure that it's even and it grows straight and it go in the right direction. So I'm going to ask her, do you want your nails to be clipped?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay, so she don't have to ask her if she wants her nail shape, but if she knows, she will tell you. So I just go ahead and shape. Now when it comes to shaping the nail, you have different types of shaping nail. You have square, you have oval, you have round, pointed. So you can also look and you can ask her, because you can look on her nails if she had the manicure before and know what shape she had before, but it's her first time, so I'm going to ask her what shape she wants. You also, if she doesn't know the shape that she needs, you can look just by the look of her nail. From the way her nail shape, you know, say square will look nice on her, because if you look it square all the way, it just have a boxy look. Look at her nail, you see it have a box look, right? Our quit is very wide. It's just, you see, if you do it square, it would look nice. Not saying the rest wouldn't look nice, but just in case if she doesn't have a desire. Do you know what you want?
Square.
And she said square, so we're just gonna go ahead with square. Now when you're doing square, we go right across. You don't lean it, you don't tilt any at all, just go straight across. But if one side is higher and one part low, you stay at the high part till it move up to the low part, then you file. You don't just go ahead and file everything, because it will always continue to be lean and you will end up take up too much. And remember, she's growing her nail. So I'm just gonna go here. You can see that she have one part high and one part low, so I'm gonna continue on the high part. And then it now reach, so I'm just gonna go ahead, and if the two corner is high and the middle is low, you take down the two corner first, then you reach to the middle, and then you just file straight across. So how was your day, Thea?
My day was good.
Okay. Are you allergic to any cosmetics product?
No, I'm not.
Okay. What kind of hand cream you normally use?
Don't use any.
You don't use any, just normal lotion?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I say you keep your cuticle well groomed for someone who haven't done a manicure before.
Oh, thank you.
That's why I asked. So what's your best time for visiting a salon? The morning or the evening? Or this will be your usual time?
Maybe the evening.
The evening? Okay, like when the sun go down and so forth. Okay. Trying to pick a conversation with my client to have her relax because she's very tense. So now I'm going to put on the cuticle softener. And if you notice, the bottle is more cuticle softener because the cuticle softener come in bulk. So anything that you have in bulk, you don't want the big bottle to be on the table. So you bottle it out and you make sure you label it so the client can see what you're using. And because this one is more jelly, I don't squeeze it in the water. I put it exactly around the cuticle. You can just use your hand, or if you want to use your orange wood stick to just make sure it go all the way around the cuticle. And then this is the finger bowl, so I'm going to place your hand in the finger bowl. So what I put in the finger bowl was antibacterial soap and 3% hydrogen solution in the water, and then that's it with the cuticle softener. Now I'm just going to go to the hand, and I'm going to say to Thea, how is that feel? Comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you use lukewarm water and you make sure the water is diluted to suit her hand. So I'm removing some base coat of her nails, and if you notice, my nail is well done. I don't want to mess up my nails, So if you notice how I hold the cotton, I'll do it like this, because if I do this, then it will rub off my nails and then it won't look good. So I hold the cotton like this. Now when I put it down on her finger, see, my nails is above and here, so it don't get messy. So I put my finger here and now I rest it on her nails, and it even give her a nice massaging movement, and I rotate it like this. And I do, see, the same hand, same thing, next finger, move over. It's very comfortable to the client. And if I even want to turn it around, it's not hard, very easy, very professional. Look at my finger is not messing up. Alright, now this is the way people normally do, like this. That wouldn't feel good, and it messing up the whole finger, so that's the wrong way. You just go ahead and you do it like this. That's it, and you dispose of the cotton. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and shape. And now don't hold all her finger like this, you will stop the blood circulation. You notice I do like this, so while I'm going, her hand is resting on me and it give her more relaxing feeling. Right? And what I do, I just use this to pat dry off the excess water. Then I'll use my orange wood stick, and this is what I love about this one. Why I use this, you have the metal and you have the wooden one. This is more like plastic, so it's kind of a little bit more gentle and flexible, so that's why I use it. So I just use it to ease back the cuticle, so I can see the dead cuticles that is lying against the nail bed, otherwise known as the hunks. So I just ease back, and it's good to have it mild so you don't bruise the client. Alright, so I'm just taking off an excess of the softener, because I want the students to see how the trimmer work, and I don't want the softener to hide the trimmer movement. So I finish push back the cuticle, still rest it there because I don't finish use it as yet. Now what happened with the trimmer, one that lies up here is of no use. This part is where it do the work, right here. See, this is the part that do the work. That little cut right there, not the side and not here, just this side right here. And it's very sharp, and it also can be very dangerous, so you have to be careful how you use it. If you're not seeing properly and you realize that you're not managing, it's best not to use it. So if you're going to, and I'm going to show you some of the way how it can damage you. So look, if I go like this, so let me demonstrate it on mine because I don't want to bruise there. If I go down like this, what it do, that point is doing it going in my flesh, right? See, straight down in my flesh it going, so you cannot go down. And if I go this way, you see that it not going down, it stay up. So when you're going cross, you go up, but you cannot go this way. You can't do this because then you're going to bruise the client, right? So that is how you're supposed to use it. You're supposed to go upwards, that way it doesn't hurt the client, right? So now we're going to go upwards, and you just glide it along. You don't have to press. If there's nothing there, just nothing there, right? And you glide it across. Also keep it on the nail, between the nail bed and the cuticle. Just glide it across. Notice I use the trimmer upward.
Upward and across.
And I'm not pressing to you, I'm not hurting you. If you see anything that hang and the trimmer is not getting in, you know that the nipper will get it. You buff one direction. If you don't want it more, so you buff one direction. At all times, look how I hold the client finger just in case if your nail is done, you don't want to mess up your nails. Then we apply cuticle oil. Whichever oil you want to use coconut oil, ginseng oil, carrot oil, and the nail. You don't have to stick to cuticle oil. Whichever oil you want to use, it's still good for the cuticle. You can go ahead and use it. So while that is moisturizing her nail, I'm just gonna return the same procedure to the next hand. I'm still gonna go ahead and pat dry off some of the excess water. And Tia, I hope you're enjoying your manicure. Just pat drying some of the excess water so the student can see how the cuticle trimmer going across the cuticle. So I'm using the cuticle trimmer. Wow. I like that light. Just make the light stay. How can you phone now?
Samsung.
See that? See there's cuticle there? You just have to slide it across. Just relax your hand and slide it across. And I'm not digging. Am I hurting you there?
So why you scrape the nail itself?
I'm not scraping it, I'm just gliding across because you haven't done a manicure before. So I can feel it going like it's sticking. So I just follow the trimmer. So I'm not really scraping, I'm just gliding around because dead cell I need to come off. See there? Yes, right. You can when you file it, when you put the cuticle trimmer around the nail, you can feel it. You just rest your hand lightly and glide it around and it does the work for you. You don't have to press. I'm not pressing. This would be pressing. I'm not pressing.
I only asked everything that was part of the manicure. Yeah. She wants to.
At what time now?
After she go home, she's sorted yet. She just ate the tea first.
And this is our right hand, so if you notice more stuff is coming off the right hand, and that is one of the reasons why we start with the left hand first, because you know, she used the right the nerves travel that way too. And not only that, because the right hand does more work, if that is if she's right-handed. And yeah, and she's left-handed, so I guess that's not why, but maybe because it's soaked more. Okay. Okay, so why I did this just now, I see a little white thing right there, so I just rub it to see what it was. So it's not a part of the procedure for you to just take it up. I just wanted to see what it was. Now, if there was any hand cuticles, I would go ahead with the cuticle nipper and I will cut the hand cuticles just like the other hand, but there is none there, so that is why I pick up this and I go ahead, because she doesn't have any hand cuticle. But while buffing, if I see anything hanging, I will pause, take up the cuticle nipper and look if there is any hand cuticle. Now if I do like this, I'm still going in the same direction of going down, but I have to do like this to get the corner. It is same as doing this, because it's just that I go backward, but if I do this, that's a different direction. So once I start this way, it is the same direction, but once I go that way, it's a different direction. I am going this way, right? But when I'm ready to reach to the corner, this is how I will hold it, because I want the corner to be done. So what she was asking me before, why I glide this just now on the nail bed, is because when I was cleaning off the cuticle, I feel it sticking and going same way. So because it's the same amount of pressure I'm using by not pressing down, but I realized that it's sticking, that means that there is a lot of build up, so I just allow it to slide and peel off what it was peeling off. So this is supposed to take off any build up that is on the nail bed. But we start from the left hand because the nerves travel that way. And some people, because if you're using one manicure bowl and the person do a lot of work, you know, it's assumed that they do more work with the right hand, so soak a little longer. So after buffing, I realized that there's more stuff can come from around here. I stop. I do not allow the client to come out with it looking like that. So I stop and fix it.
How long should a manicure take?
I said 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15 minutes to 25, and it also depends on the condition of your client finger. When you have a salon, it's best to work by time and stick to your timing. Anything above that timing, they have to come back and follow up on the next appointment. So this is a hand cuticle, so I directly try and make a hang cuticle here because I want to demonstrate how you do it. So if there is a hang cuticle, right, you do not clip and go that way. You will continue to peel and it will tear. So anytime there is a hang cuticle, you put down the cuticle nipple and the hang cuticle, you squeeze it and you pull it towards the nail. If it's at the side, you put it down, squeeze, pull it toward the sides, towards the nail bed. Squeeze, pull it towards the nail bed. Don't pull out. Pull towards the nail bed, but you squeeze, they won't feel anything and it won't bleed. Don't dig down in their skin. So there's no way you can finish everything on one manicure, especially if the person never do a manicure before. You can bring back the hand, but you try to work as best as possible. Squeeze, pull towards the nail and it's gone. There's a lot of build up on the nail bed, so you want to take away all of them, but you use a soft grade that's not going to damage your nail bed. And not leaving it coarse. Okay, and then I'm gonna apply the cuticle oil. And then after applying the cuticle oil, well, you can do this same time or you can leave it and go back. So I'm going to look for the smoothest part of the cuticle buffer, and I'm going to smooth it down with the oil just to give me a sheen. And these buffing block can wash because the oil will soak in them over a period of time, so it's good to wash them. Now after doing all of this, the finger need to wash. Now what I do not like, I don't know which manufacturer make them because it doesn't label on the dish, but I don't remember which one makes some of them, but I don't like how small this is. Right, so what I normally do, if I have my clients, I get a bowl and wash their hand properly, or if I have a hand what do you call it, a wash tub beside me, I would ask them to wash their hand there. Right, so you would use the brush, So this is the manicure brush, and I will brush out the nail, but it's so small, so much it can do, right? So I think they are trainer hand bold only because I don't use them. And turn around the hand and you brush downwards, not like this, because if you have co-worker beside you, you will wet them up, or if the person bring a companion and they want to watch her while she get her nails done. So I use the next hand. I don't like them, but that's what it was made for. I think what happened with it, it's a good hand rest. I like the fact that you can rest your hand right here, but they have some bigger ones. Alright, so at this point I'm gonna have Thea wash her hand properly and come back, because I'm gonna give her a massage to massage her hand. Remember, you can use massage cream, lotion, or anything. I'm just using this because this really does nothing for the body. You know, baby oil does nothing for your body. Right? So I'm just using it for the demonstration. Alright, so I'm going to give her a massage, and I'm going to tell T, ask the client to, could you lean forward, please? And I'm going to say, hold your hand now. Can you lean forward, please? Alright, so our jog the client, you ask them kindly to lean forward. So now we're going to start from here. We start right at the elbow down with a crisscross movement. And because you want to know, I'll give her a balanced massage, you start with the same amount of movement. You count them, so it's 3 times crisscross movement up and down, right? And then we're going to do the same thing down here. Whether you want to do it like this, if the hand is big, but like our hand is small, I'm going to just use one hand. So this 1 time up. It's a rotary movement. 2, 3. And then I stretch out all of that. 2, 3. Now I'm gonna ask her, Pierre, could you please just rest your elbow there? I'm gonna work on her wrist here. Now I cannot hold where the bone is, where the hand joint, because I will hurt her. So I hold below, and I can put my finger through here. But I always tell my students, I don't know if it's a defensive method, but I always tell my students not to hold men here, because right now you give him grip to hold you, just in case I don't like it. So I always said hold right here. It's more, to me it's more decent, especially if you're doing a male hand. So I hold it like here, but I know in the cosmetology book they have, I think they have one like this, so you hold it like this, but I don't like that. I really like when you hold it here, and you do not squeeze, you just hold and you rotate the wrist. 1, 2, 3 left, 1, 2, 3. I will do it here, and then I stretch out. Right now I'm gonna do the fingers. I hold the hand like this, and I do not squeeze her, I do not hold the bone, just rest my hand there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you pull. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you pull. Now when you pull in, pull all the way out and let go. Don't pull and stop. The blood will come here and stop, and you'll make her finger feel heavy and funny, right? So you pull it all the way and you pull. And you can feel the client stiff up, especially if they're not relaxed or if they're thinking a lot. So you ask them to relax or distract them by saying something so they can relax. And then I will do this for everything that I just did and just work it out like that. Right? And then we finish with that hand. We're going to do this next hand. Now, because you want to give her a balanced massage, you don't want one hand feeling funny, we have to do that counting. So in your mind, you're counting. The client doesn't have to hear you counting. I'm only counting because I want you guys to understand what I'm doing, right? So I'm going to go back to the elbow, and I'm going to rotate 1, 2, 3 all the way down. because I'm taking some of the lymphatic fluid from here and moisturizing it with the blood, trying to circulate it up and down, right? And then I do that, and then you can stretch out after each one. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now if the hand is big, remember I said you can use 2 hands. Okay, then I will ask her to just rest her elbow down, turn on her hand, and remember I do not like this. This is the one that they do. I don't like it. I like this. So I said 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So just in case if you see it elsewhere, I'm just telling the reason why I don't like it like that. Alright, so I'm going to do the fingers. Now rest her hand down. There's a finger. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and pull. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we pull out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we pull out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, out. All the way out. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we pull out. Then we manipulate and we stretch. And then we can hold the 2 of them and give them a stretch 1 time. Alright, and then you rest them like this. What happened now, we use whether it's massage cream or massage lotion or massage oil, it's on the nail bed. Now if the client wants polish, what is going to happen? It's going to cuddle. So we need to remove the oil, excess oil off the nail bed. Also, her free edge here having grease. Remember, we didn't push anything underneath there and clean it out at first, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to use back our orange wood stick with a little piece of cotton. What mostly take away grease? Alcohol. And so we are going to use so just using this to improvise, and so my hand doesn't contaminate the rest of cotton, right? So I'm just gonna use a little piece of the cotton with a little piece of with a little alcohol and the orange wood stick. I wrap it around, and this is alcohol. I'm not sure how weak this is. And I'm going to just go underneath the free edge, take out the grease, and just clean off the nail bed. What you notice, I start from small finger first. Because if oil is still under her nail, the least little dust, her hand will pick it up. Now, I'm just going to use this because alcohol is already on it. I'm just going to clean off the oil off the bed. Look how I hold the cotton, and my finger, my nails are not messy now. Alright. And all of this need to sanitize now. And now we're gonna ask the client if the client wants any polish. If the client doesn't want any polish, that's it, because the base coat is supposed to be there to stop the nail from staining, and from the polish from staying in the nail, and the top coat is to seal on the nail polish. Do you want any polishing? And she wants polish. Is the blue okay? Okay. And this is Sante brand, not an advertisement. They did not sponsor this video, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I have to say it. So I go ahead and I polish. I will teach you polishing in a different than we're doing today. And it's best to try to stay away from lint. Make sure you use lint free cotton, because cotton mess up the polish. My hand is slippery. Can somebody pull this for me?
Hold it with something on for it. You pull it?
So now we're going to polish. You're sure you blew okay, right? Alright, now when you're polishing, there are ways how to use the polish, the nail polish. You make sure that your polish is in your hand. Look more professional. Hold the nail like this. When you're cleaning off, if you tilt the brush like this, it's gonna mess up the jar. If you tilt it like this, it's going to tilt, also mess up the jar. But not only that, bend your brush. But if you hold it straight up, the polish run back down in the bottle and your brush stay in a straight form. And then we have side, and then we have next side, and then we have middle. And well, the finger is small, so side, then side, then we have middle. And then we have middle. Too much was on the brush just now. We have side, next side, and then we have middle. Side, then we have next side, and then we have middle. Side, side, then we have middle. We have side, then we have next side, and then we have middle. No, what I was doing, I was polishing it so I don't have to do the 2 coat, but I forgot I was teaching and not, because I was polishing so it don't mess up, but I forget not to. So I was polishing this one, but I realized not supposed to do that. Alright, so come back again, clean off there.
Mr. must always have 2 coats.
Yes, it's best to have 2 coats. Ready? And what can mess up some person's polish and they think that they don't know how to polish, you don't press when you're using the brush, you slightly just bring it across the nail. Do not press. That's what mess up most people polishing. They press down with the brush.
The color, yeah, nail polish won't stop, so
Can't stop.
not really stop, but drop the seal.
Can't stop. Color polishing long time.
Huh?
Color acrylic powder in long time, and if they didn't have color acrylic, they have the stain that you drop in the liquid, so it never cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you like your manicure.
Yeah, I like it.
You can just put it on.
I enjoy it.